Just waiting for YouTube to catch up here. Welcome, Facebook. Okay, and we're live on YouTube. So we're simulcasting this on YouTube and Facebook. So if you want to watch this back, you can catch it on either of those platforms. Just look for Your Marketing Crew, and you should be able to find our channels on each platform. Welcome to these live videos. So today we're going to be shooting a sequence of live videos, which we're really excited about. Basically helping you understand the fundamentals of marketing. And we're going to start today in this video, I should say, by talking about the two key elements of marketing. So I'll just put my screen here, and how these two things really do define whether or not your marketing campaign is going to be successful, probably long before you ever jump onto any sort of platform like Facebook, Google, YouTube, whatever it may be, because most businesses get this wrong. They think that the holy grail is figuring out YouTube ads or figuring out, Facebook ads or Twitter ads or whatever it is, Instagram, SEO. And the reality is, if you don't get the fundamentals of marketing right, which, let's be honest, aren't as sexy. There's not as many blogs out there written about this stuff. People don't talk about this in the street and all the rest of it. But the reality is, if your fundamental marketing is shit house, then don't expect anything to work on the front end. And the reality is, these days, the market is so competitive, and it's getting only more and more competitive, that the cost on the front end of any sort of marketing campaign is so significant that if you're not, going into battle with these things really in order, then it's getting to a point where you may not be able to succeed. So what are the two things that you need to master or understand in order to have any marketing campaign be successful? The two things are psychology and math. Now, most business owners think they've got a handle on both of these things. I've rarely found any business owner that has a handle on one, let alone both. Most people think they have an understanding of the math, in the sense of they know they sell their product for this, they X amount goes to cost and this is profit. But when you go a little bit deeper, when you throw in the cost per acquisition, when you throw in sort of, recurring sales and revenue on the back end, and you start to really break down the numbers, it can tell a very different story. So the first side of this is understanding your math, making sure that you can spend money on the front end of marketing, that you can acquire a customer for a profit, and then you can maximize the income or the revenue or profit from that customer on the back end, whilst keeping all your costs in check. And in the next video, I'm going to go through the profit quadrant, which is the 4 areas you need to understand to master this. Stick around for that. And the other side of that is psychology. So if we know we can make a profit from selling the product, if we know that our numbers work, then the next thing is we need to know who we're selling it to and why they buy. What's the emotion behind their buying decision? Because without having, a really clear understanding of who you're selling your product to and what motivates them to buy, you've got almost no chance of creating compelling marketing campaigns and compelling copywriting unless you get them to move and to buy your product en masse. And so what happens is, by not understanding the psychology of who you're targeting, what their pain points are, and how you actually solve the problem for them, you end up rolling out this meek and mild sort of vanilla style marketing that just doesn't really appeal to anybody, and you're left floundering, down with the herd when it comes to your marketing campaign. So over these next few videos, I think there's 10 or 11 videos we're going to go through and break down the different components of your marketing that you need to look at. And the really cool thing about this is you don't need to know technical skills to master these elements of your marketing. These are the foundational aspects, the fundamental parts of your marketing that you just need to nail, and you can change these really quickly and easily in your own marketing. And if you do, it'll help any sort of marketing that you're running on the different platforms, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. It'll help them perform a lot better. So keep an eye out. Over the next few hours, we're going to be going live on and off constantly. And in the next video, we're going to be talking about the profit quadrant and the 4 areas that you need to look at and then have a clear strategy for to increase your bottom line, your profits. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this first video, and I'll see you in the next one.